outside of all of this that data professionals have to get to senior leaders.
Those are the kind of guys that will be early adopters with data literacy programs.
Analytics, storytelling that you do need to bring into the curriculum, that they are as close to the network of driving that culture.
So Jordan, it's very interesting how you speak about the role of executive leadership and how they're involved with the strategy and the implementation of these successful, let's call them data literacy projects, because from data that we've sampled within our database of assessments that we've taken, there's a big perception from our audience where they are saying that the level of data literacy at executive level most times could equal the workforce or sometimes be lower, right? So my question to you is, what have you seen from a leadership point of view where success is garnered by the ability of the executive to fully understand the initiative you're trying to deploy? So when I want to lead from the front, does it not actually mean that I have to know what the training is all about, believe in the training, be able to do the training myself at an executive level? And yes, we understand how busy these individuals are. Running boardrooms and executive meetings, EXCO, MANCO, and all of that comes with those positions. But how do you lead from the front if you're not actively boots on the ground, know what that project of data literacy is going to entail?
I think there's not a one-size-fits-all to data literacy, and I think we recognize that. But what is the data literacy needs of executives? Do they need to know quantitative versus qualitative, structured versus unstructured? They probably, if you're at an executive level, you've got some data literacy in you. It's going to be there. But their data literacy boils down to, do you know what the program is? Do you know why the program operates this way? Do you have the ability to interject and say, we need to do this slightly different? Your data literacy is understanding how data strategies are a part of the bigger picture. I don't need you to build the data strategy. Leave that to data leadership. But do you truly understand why? Do you understand the investment it takes? Do you understand why you as a senior leader need to walk the walk? You need to talk. You need to communicate. That's data literacy at the senior level. It's not the technical ins and outs that you might teach a new marketing analyst or something like that. It becomes, do you know the why behind this? Do you understand the program? And do you know what your role is to make sure this program succeeds? Because you can't just buy the program and ignore, right? People can see senior leaders that are not the ones that you trust. Now imagine, to your point, you have a senior leader that says, I'm going to join the learning. I want to be in there to see what you're learning so that I can lead you better with it. Imagine if they're sending out every month, here's the senior leaders newsletter or whatever, and there's a data literacy section that says, this is what I learned this month through data literacy. These are things that are going to motivate an organization to do it more versus, we bought a program, you all do that now. You need them to, that's a data literacy of a senior leader, is it's probably a lot of the squishy stuff. It's more of the people stuff, not any of the programs.
100%. And from that, what we can say is like, that's the beginning of a successful data culture. Which is true, right? Where your executives may not be as close to the data sciences, right? But they are as close to the network of driving that culture within the organization successfully by understanding it better.
Yeah, culture, people and culture are your biggest roadblock for these things succeeding. You have to have a culture where people are willing to experiment. They're willing to speak up. They're willing to question things. Imagine if you have a senior leader who's like, I don't know this stuff. Teach me. I think people like to see senior leaders who are vulnerable, not the ones who are arrogant and never think they make a mistake. And so it's a big part of allowing that senior leader to say, I don't know. Let's question everything. Let's trust this process.
Some of the more